Billy Sheehan, Steve Stevens. This is called Suffragette City. This is a David Bowie cover. CVT lesson for Sarah. You want to tune flat, half step down. And I was talking to you on Facebook because I wasn't sure what to use for the artist title. So I just went with Billy Sheehan and Steve Stevens. And 3 pages of tabs. And let's get started. Very cool. I like your taste in music. It's very diverse. So the very beginning, now this was, I had a little, not trouble, but it was a little different trying to timestamp because of the way the video, we had trouble finding, you know, the right one to use. And when I used Facebook to do it, it was just, they're within us 2 or 3 seconds, some of these timestamps of being off. Just the way it was set up, it's hard to explain. But the first little thing in section 1 just does it one time, and it goes so open A, 3A, 4A, and I would use these fingers, Sarah, middle and third for this. You'll see why, because we need the index for 2D, and then go 3, 4 open on the A. Okay, and then section 2 comes in at 6 seconds. Yeah. I did it 2 times because it is 2 times. On your tabs you'll see the double dots. So, the old blues riff. We got open A, 2D, short rest after it. And then go to open 4, and then back to the open 2, palm muted 3 times, and then hit it again without palm muting. So 1, 2, 3, lift, and then open A, palm muted. So let's do that slow. And then it's funny because, you know, the angle of it was pretty much on Billy Sheehan. You could barely see the other guitar player, and then you see Steve Stevens just towards the end. I'm trying to peek around Billy Sheehan to see where his hands were, the other guitar player, and I was able to do it. So the next part, 3, 5, 6, DGB. And I haven't heard you play yet. Maybe if you can send me a little clip or something, it'll help with the CVTs on what to go in depth on. But try to mute underneath the A string here, and the index I'm muting the high E. So I'm muting around the notes in the chord. You're going to go 4 times with the rest following it, and then move that, which is an F5 power chord with the octave in it, up a whole step to 5, 7, 8. 3 times. No, 2 times. So that little part is... and then you'll go back and repeat it again. So made a little mistake there because I was looking at my tabs. Then to finish out this section, it goes into this. Okay, so, and I think you picked a really good one. Without hearing you play, this is just really solid. So back to this open A, 2, D, so it's our A power chord. You're going to go hit both of them, short rest, hit again, 3 open A's palm muted, hit the chord again, and then 1 open A palm muted. That's a good little subgroup. If you took it from the 3 palm mutes on that open A, you'd have, or you can take it even from the power chord before. And of course, from the start of that one. There it is. 2A, 4D. You can use your 3rd or 4th finger. I kind of interchange them sometimes, so just go with where you're comfortable. We know we need our index, you know, for the root on this power chord. And you'll go power chord, 2 on the A, palm muted 2 times. It's already there anyways. Then the power chord again. Rest, and then 2 more hits. So stuff like that, I suggest making a subgroup, make a loop out of it, and repeat it to get used to the motions, because what may trip you up, if anything, would maybe be the palm muting in there. So if you were to loop just the 2A, 4D, it would sound like this. Alright, so move that up to 5A, 7D, strum it 8 times. 3, 5, 6, DGB, we did that earlier, right? 3 times with a short rest. 1, 2, 3, and then move it a whole step to 5, 7, 8, 4 times. So that could be a subgroup, right? Okay, moving along. That is played. It's got double dots again, so you do all of that 2 times. Okay, then we move to section 3. This comes in 26 seconds, and you have this. You can really hear the Steve Stevens in this. And then I have to turn it over. So, open 2, AD, rest, open 4, back to open 2 with the palm mute. So, and I think the palm mutes, if there's any little tricks that are, you know, tripping you up a little bit, it would probably be that, because I think you'll be fine on the chords. And then 2 on the G, 2 on the D, 4 on the D. So, open 2 on the D and G. This is just the standard blues riff. Twice, and then open 4, and then an open D palm muted. So that would be. And then, again, without the palm mute at the end. So subgrouping that would sound like this. As a matter of fact, if you want, you can take the palm mutes out of everything when you're first learning it, and then apply them once you've got everything memorized. 3D, 5G, this will be the toughest stretch in this song. And you're going to go 2 times. You got to use your 3rd finger this time because of that. 3, 7, DG. Make sure your thumb is low, and I'm talking middle of the neck or below. And that'll allow you to use your thumb kind of as a pivot. It frees up your fingers to make those stretches a little easy. So a little easier. And then back to 3, 5. That's another good subgroup. Okay, but you only go 1 time through. And then just move the whole thing up to 3A, 5D. Go twice, and then stretch up to the 7 off the D, keeping the 3 on the A. That's where that part stops, though. We have to do a quick jump up to 10, 12. So it's 10A, 12D. You'll strum it. And then go 10, 12, 10, 14. And then we turn to page 2. Back to 10, 12. 3 times. And then 10, 14. So another killer subgroup. Okay, then we have, gotta check the double dot status here. Let's see. 2 times, so you repeat all of that. 2nd time, no star. You're familiar with those on the tabs. In place of that, because you will end up going to the 10, 12. And then you jump to the double star, which is this, 10A, 12D, 12G. It's just a little bigger. and you'll strum 4 times. Okay? And then open E, and then 3E, just slight bend. Doesn't even sound like a half step, it sounds like a quarter step. So at 37 seconds, you'll have this. Open A, 2, D, 4 times, hit them together. And then open 2 on the A string, 3E, half step bend. There's our half step bend. So, section 4 comes in at 42 seconds. And this goes, probably my favorite part here. This is the first line, and then, okay. Yeah. Open A, 2G, 4D, palm mute open A. Good subgroup, 4 notes. Then 2G twice, 4-2-D, palm muted. So those 4 notes. Then connect them. Right? 2G, 4D, 3A half step bend to an open A, and then right back to the 3A half step bend. So those 4 notes. Short rest. Open A, 3E, and then power chord open to A and D, and that's hard to hear. And then 2G, palm mute 4-2-D, 2G, quick rest. So back up a second. And then you hear a real quick, reminds me of Nuno Bittencourt kind of, he goes. So, oops, as a matter of fact, you'll go 4, pull off to 2 on the G twice, and then middle finger, this is the oops part that I just said, palm mute 4D, which is weird, it sounds palm muted, and then slide into 14, which usually a palm mute or a slide doesn't have a palm mute following it, but if that's not getting enough clarity, you don't have to palm mute it. Oops, that's a great subgroup. And he'll go. So. You'll slide up to 14D. Keep it down, it's a hold, and go 14B. Then move the whole thing back a whole step. 12D, 12B. Palm mute the D string. Right? So, and then 11D with your middle, 10B with your index, same thing. Palm mute the D. And then 7G, half step bend release. So you got. It's cool. Love it. Then section 2 repeats. Section 3, no star. And then at 106, the little filler riff will be this. Wasn't sure if you wanted these, but I put it in there anyway, so it'll be a little short thing. 7D, third finger, back it with a couple fingers. It's actually a pinch harmonic. And then 5D, palm mute 7A, and then 5D. Now Sarah, for pinch harmonics, they're tough, and I don't know if you know how to play them. I highly suggest on YouTube type in Mike Gross pinch harmonics. I have a really good effective lesson. And I know it's effective because the emails and the comments on there. And that will help you if you need any help on pinch harmonics. Section 3, no star. And then continue from the double star. That'll make sense when you see it. And the last page. Section 4, the rhythm for the solo. You can barely hear the solo, but you can hear the rhythm behind it. And it's pretty cool. It goes. So. So open A, 2 D, 2 open A's palm muted, and then 4 pull off to 2 on the G, and then go 4 D. So great subgroup. 1 3 E A, rest, hit it again, and then 2 more with palm mutes and 2 without. So just that chord is definitely subgroup that, get used to the beat. 3 E, pull off to open. And don't just like lift up, that'll get you volume but not enough. You want to snap it. Really cool. So that's 2 times, and then back to open 2 A D. Hit it again. 3 open A's palm muted. Hit the power chord, and then 1 open A palm muted. So let's subgroup that. Oops. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Different ways to break it down and think about it that could help you. 2A, 4D, hit them together, palm mute the A string twice, and then hit the power chord again. So it'll go. So rest.